Request rearming.
Copy. Rearming complete.
The dumb badger. Hello again.
Hello, Badger. I'm in the spit now. Got withdrawal symptoms from not playing the spit last night, so I'll probably get back in the Corsair tonight, but not just yet. I haven't put my seat restraint in, so the chair wants to slide about as I'm using my rudders. We'll see how it goes. Once I'm in the air, I don't really need the rudder very much at all. So takeoff is a bit iffy when you're sliding about on your seat.
The dumb badger. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, if I get airborne it'll be more fun than if I don't get airborne, but I'm usually okay with it. It's just a bit of a fight. Whoa, that was lucky because I'm talking. Got to take my brake off, just realised it in time. Okay, here we go. There's an A20 in front of me, so I'll go for him. You'd have thought 20mm would have done more on that attack. Oh, taking his back end off. We ain't going to get away with that. That's crazy. He's got no back end and he's flying about like it doesn't matter.
Wiston_real. Hello.
Hello, Wise. Well, as you can see, I've just hit that enemy bomber. It's an A10, an A20, but it's what Lexor had to use as the enemy bomber for this mission for various reasons. He's got no back end at all, and he's flying about as if it just doesn't matter. I took his back end completely off.
Wiston_real. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the pilot in that aircraft would be very happy that it hasn't gone down, but I don't think it's realistic. There's something gone wrong there with the damage model. Look, you can see half of his fuselage is missing.
Wiston_real. I think every pilot is happy that they are still alive. Wiston_real. Oh well.
Yeah, but look, I mean...
Wiston_real. That's gonna be an expensive repair.
Well, it should be even more expensive because it should have gone down.
Cassie speaks up. How is that still airborne?
I don't know, Cassie. I don't know. It shouldn't be, should it? But it's been flying like that for a while. I took the back end of him off a while back.
Just blame Eagle Dynamics.
Yeah. Yeah, I took his back end off some time ago, and he's just been flying about as if it doesn't matter.
Cassie speaks up. Flying wing tech in WW2. Who knew? Wiston_real. Which server is this?
This is the server that holds a mission created by Lexor, who probably will be in here flying later. It's Bill Lagland 2 is the server. Not sure if he might be very gradually losing altitude, but we'll see. If nothing else, he should have well, I was going to say to run out of fuel, but perhaps not. I've got no ammo. I can't. I've used all my ammo up on him, taking his back end off. I can't do any more damage to him, but it'd be interesting to see what happens. I'll take a Corsair a bit later.
Undead_43. Evening.
Evening, Undead. Nice to see you, sir. Look at this. Look at this A20. Look, flying like it doesn't matter. Who needs a back end of an aircraft? It's been flying like that for quite some time. I took the back end off a while ago, and he's still at it.
Cassie speaks up. I've been flying the Corsair today a lot. Love the Essex.
Yeah, I got it, and I flew it one way or another quite a lot last night.
It's awesome seeing older people playing these games. Makes me proud.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just love flying, full stop.
Undead_43. I know, haha. I hit one with an AIM 9X yesterday and it just didn't care.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? I mean, he's got no elevator, so somehow he's flying that purely on ailerons. No, just no. I can't even hit him any further to blowing to bits. I was hitting the engines and they were giving brief flames. I'm hitting them with 20s and they were giving brief flames, but they didn't remain on fire. So it's as if there's nothing wrong with him now. There's perhaps a faint wisp of smoke coming out. There was. Even that seems to have gone now.
Wiston_real. What's the password of the server?
If you type exclamation mark DCS in this chat, you'll be able to get the information you need.
Wiston_real. DCS.
No, exclamation mark. Oh, looks like it got there, but exclamation mark rather than question mark.
Join the Discord for server details and more information about the mission. https://discord.gg/yard5gr8q.
I suppose I could try ramming him and see if that completely destroys him, but it will certainly destroy me. I can either ram him and respawn or land and rearm. But he's never going to go down, not the way it is. Not the way he is. Only to say, if I ram him, I've got a feeling if I was to ram him, I wouldn't mind betting that he would come out okay and still survive. Actually, I could ram him and then take a Corsair, I suppose.
Wiston_real. I can't find the password, or maybe I'm just blind.
It will be there. Somehow, I can't do much about that at the moment, but we don't just advertise the password obviously on the chat, because otherwise there's no point in having a password. But you should find it. So you did question mark. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but do exclamation mark DCS in this chat.
Undead_43. I'll help.
Ah, thank you, Undead. Thank you, sir.
Wiston_real. Found it.
Oh, we've got it. Jolly good, jolly good. There are some rules, obviously. We don't just engage people. If we want to do air-to-air, like PvP, then we check it out with someone first. If we want to do it, and then we go off somewhere and we do some dogfighting. We don't just attack someone. Having said that, I suppose if you spawned in on the red side, the blue side would be legitimate target, I guess. I'm not going to keep chasing him. I'm going to land.
undead_43. I'm still trying to get used to my track ha.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got it anyway. How long you had it?
Wiston_real. Does it matter what aircraft I get?
No, sir. Wise, just take whatever aircraft suits your fancy. There are dynamic spawns and there is a list of aircraft you can spawn. We usually go from Mozdok if you want to stick with the crowd. There are other airfields, but we usually use... This is Mozdok.
Undead_43. Had it for about 2 weeks, only used it about 3 times. Just getting used to the movements and making it do what I want.
Yeah, well that's good. It does take... I mean, it doesn't happen instantly because we're all different and you'll need to set it up the way it suits you. I have it pretty much doing nothing in the centre of the screen, and then it starts to pick up as I move to left and right. I mean, if it was any help, I suspect I could send my track IR file if it might be worth a try. It's up to you. But obviously that's something I've set up for me, and I understand the way I've set it up, whereas you'll just be jumping into something that's been done by someone else. But I'll do that if you want to try it.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Undead_43. Thanks. Yeah, a friend sent me his, so now I'm just fine-tuning it. I didn't like the part of it focusing in the middle, so I set it to be free.
I'm not sure what you mean there. Focusing in the middle, set it to be free. I've forgotten. It's such a long time since I set mine up. I can't quite get my head around what you mean. But not to worry.
Undead_43. So like you have it where if you look forward it stays straight, mine constantly moved with my head.
Oh, well the way I got over that is by having a fairly shallow, because it amplifies your head movement, doesn't it, as you move to the left or right. So for me it's pretty shallow in the middle. I mean, if you're working on a profile now, then it's probably best to stick with that, and it's whatever works for you. So I won't necessarily complicate it by sending you another one, but let me know, and if you want to try my one, then you're most welcome. I'm sure I can find it and ping it.
Undead_43. I will do, appreciate it, sir.
Okay, yeah, just let me know, and I'm sure we can do something. But good luck with it. I mean, I think you'll love it.
Gonna lurk while I set up to fly.
Super duper. And I might jump in a Corsair again soon. I've just done my Spitfire. I was getting a bit of Spitfire withdrawal symptoms because I was in the Corsair pretty much all last night, getting it set up and things like that. I've actually got... Earlier on I went in and I've actually mapped my gear now. My gear wasn't going up and down with my usual button, so I had to sort of remap that, and that's working. So at least my gears, I haven't got to look down and click something to get my gear up and down. I can use my usual button. So maybe I've just got rearmed and I'm in my favourite aircraft, but maybe I'll just go for a Corsair. I see Wise Tank is in. Welcome, Wise Tank, if you're receiving. We'll use radio. Well, you're a TF51. It'll be the first channel, I think, and 124. If you're getting me, Wise Tank, aircraft radio 124. Yeah, Tank, you copy on 124?
Wiseton underscore real. Wait, I'm doing something.
Okay, okay. Whereabouts on the planet are you, Tank? What part of the world are you in?
Wiseton underscore real. I'm at Mosdock. Wiseton underscore real. At 14.
You're in at Mosdock, but I assume you mean Mosdock on the map, or do you mean Mosdock for real? You actually live in Mosdock? Yeah, I see you on 14, yeah. So when you get in there, if you can, at the map, yeah, try to get your aircraft radio on. So you want channel, it'll be the first channel basically, and it'll be on 124. Do you normally use the aircraft radio?
Wiseton underscore real. You don't use SRS.
No, we just go straight into the aircraft radio. It's good because you get that nice aircraft sound, and it's got the difficulties of, like, if you go out of range or if there's a mountain between you, it's more realistic.
Wiseton underscore real. What's the key bin to open it?
It's hang on, a control shift tab will open the radio top left of your screen. You'll need to set up push to talk. I'll open my settings so you can see how I've got mine. So in voice chat, you need to set up a push to talk for VoIP PTT, R1 VoIP PTT, and with me it's left alt, left control and B, but I've got that so that I just push one button and it sends alt control B. Actually, I don't think you need the radio window open. I think it's better because you can see that you're transmitting. The RPTT box gets a red box around it, and that tells you that you're transmitting. You know you're transmitting, so it's useful. But I don't think you have to have it open.
Wiston_real. How do I change megahertz?
Well, basically, it's push the right button on your radio in the aircraft, and then you'll be on the right frequency. So to your right is the radio, isn't it? In the P51, it's sort of round your right thigh, and I think it's going to be. I'm not sure what the first button does, but it might be the first or the second button puts you on the right channel. But you won't be able to speak until you map a push to talk. And when someone speaks on that channel, the yellow box that you have, once you've set up, the yellow box turns green. So green when someone else is speaking, red when you're speaking. '49 Spitfire 08 takeoff.
Wiston_real. It seems like it's not picking up my mic.
I've just taken off, so stand by. So you might have to set that in your options on the DCS options screen. I'm not sure if you can access that whilst you're in the mission. I can't remember. Well, you'll be able to see it maybe, but you won't necessarily be able to change it. So we got Wise Tank in here at the moment, Undead, me, and Laxo I believe is on his way in.
_alpha_Jimmy_chaos. How do you like the Spitty in DCS?
How do I like the Spitty in DCS? I absolutely love the Spitty in DCS. Absolutely love it. It's my favourite aircraft of all time anyway, and I just love it. I find it difficult to fly other aircraft sometimes because I just want to fly this. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. I'm going to land now, hopefully.
Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. Have you flown in any multiplayer, multi-mission campaigns?
Not campaigns, but I've occasionally joined Laxor.
Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. Nice 3-wheel.
Yeah, a bit rough, but I got there. I'm thinking that I might jump into the F4U simply because I've got one. But I fly spit all the time. I just love it. Do you have the spit and do you fly it much?
Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. Dude.
So if you don't have the spit, you've got to get it. You've got to get it.
Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. F4U is fantastic.
It is, I'm sure, but for me it's a bit sloppy. I likened it to, instead of using a pool cue to play pool, use a piece of wet rope. You know, that's the way it feels. That's the difference it is to me. A Spitfire does what I want when I want it to, and I'm finding that the Corsair is it's a bit all over the place, so that takes a bit of getting used to.
Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. Oh yeah. I have the spit. I'm actually part of a team that is building a campaign for the European theatre during World War II. Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. I love the spit and Mozzie.
Great, yeah, that's good. I'm the Mozzie. It's got 2 Merlin engines in it. It's got to be good. So, whereabouts are you on the planet, Jimmy? Hi Nivrad, if you're receiving, no you're probably not. Let me just message.
Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. Way up north, 8 hours south of the North Pole. AK-47 Knight. 07.
Hi 47 Night, hi there. Hang on, Jimmy, south of the North Pole, yeah. What country?
Jimmy_Chaos. AK. Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. US. Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. AK. This is Jimmy Chase. I changed the name up a little for the podcast. Hi_Alpha_Jimmy_Chaos. I've hardly streamed lately.
Right, well I'm seeing AK a couple of times, one in the mission and one that is being mentioned by yourself. Is that the same person or just coincidence? I'm going to stay in the Spitfire for a minute because I'm happy with the way the radio works in the Spit, and it's possible that AK, I'm not sure if it's Nivrad or AK or Nivrad 47 AK, I'm not sure what part of it is his name. Nivrad 47, is that a call sign and AK is his name? I don't know.
Hi underscore alpha underscore Jimmy underscore chaos. Could be. AK-47 usually watches my stream, haha. He flies also. Could be him in chat and the server. AK-47 night.
Ah,
Yeah,
AK-47. Yeah, I
it's
missed the AK bit on that 47 night. Okay, so
Hi
you're
underscore
AK now.
alpha underscore Jimmy underscore chaos. What a legend.
Well, hopefully you can get the radio going on that there, AK. You'll need to map, if you're not already aware, you need to map a push to talk.
AK-47 night. AK.
Copy that, AK. I'm going to get myself a drink while I'm waiting.
Hi underscore alpha underscore Jimmy underscore chaos. Sorry to hijack you chat. I'll go back to lurking.
Hey, always welcome,
Hi
Jimmy.
underscore alpha underscore Jimmy underscore chaos. Asterisk your.
Yeah, no, always welcome. We're very easygoing here. The whole thing, the whole server or the whole mission is just easygoing. We fly because we enjoy it. It's not too serious, but it's got some nice little quirks on it, like when you destroy an enemy vehicle or even an enemy infantry, it will leave behind a container, and that container can be collected by someone here on the airfield and brought back to the airfield and processed as ammo or fuel. In fact, if we don't do that often enough, we can actually run out of ammo and fuel. So, and in the non dynamic spawns, you have to you'll spawn in with no ammo, etc. So you'll have to get ammo, but you can't necessarily get it as soon as you start up. You might have to move to a point where the ground crew will give you ammo.
Hi underscore alpha underscore Jimmy underscore chaos. Very cool. What server is this?
It's Bill Knight. Bill. Sorry, no, I'm giving my name. I'm Bill 1949, but it's Bill Lagland 2. So BILL Lagland, LAGLAND 2. Bill Lagland 2 is the server. And if you want to join us, if you type exclamation mark DCS, it should allow you to get the information to join us, because it's got password. Obviously we don't say that over the chat.
extreme elements. At high underscore alpha underscore Jimmy underscore chaos, we fly on the Lagland server. Join the Discord for server details and more information about the mission.
Right, okay.
https://
There are areas on the map. Let me go to the map.
yard 5gr8q.
There are areas on the map where you can drop
So
stuff that you've
transport
collected.
ammo?
So you can, these parts here, it's all marked out. So the workshop there, I think this one processes ammo and the one further over here processes fuel. So you have one container, but wherever you drop it decides how it's going to be processed, as ammo or as fuel. In the middle there, by the way, something I hadn't mentioned is we can collect people.
Weird. I know I was following you. That's how I know
Oh,
you fly.
okay. Okay, so in the middle there, there's this there's a helipad where we can go and pick people up and bring them back. And when we bring people back, that also increases the how good, the feel good factor. What do you call it? Darn. Morale. It gives us morale points if we bring people back, and you can collect, I think, up to about 6 people depending on the aircraft that you're using. Depending on which chopper you're using, you might be able to pick up to 6 people from different places. And of course the enemy could creep in, and when you go to pick someone up, you might find you're getting resistance from local enemy, and they could capture the guy that you want or that you're trying to bring back.
AK-47 Knight. How do I bring ammo to a base?
Well, you where something has been destroyed, I'll see if I can find some. Hold on. We haven't destroyed anything because the mission is too unused at the moment. But oh, there we are. There's some there. You see these here? These are containers. So wherever someone or something, an enemy, gets destroyed, it leaves a container such as this. So you might take a Huey, for example, and just go and pick up one container. So you pick it up and you bring it back. If you want to process it as ammo, you drop it in this area. If you want to process it as fuel, you process it in that area.
Chaos. Do you use a helicopter to bring containers back?
Yeah, well, I don't, because I'm useless with helicopters, but Laxor does, and so does Undead, who's he's actually sitting on the in an F4U at the moment on the taxiway. So Undead does that, Laxor does that. I'm useless in choppers, so I don't do that. But if we don't do it, we can actually say we can run out. So sometimes it's necessary. I'm surprised Laxor's not in at the moment, because he said he was about to get in, and that was a while back.
AK-47 Knight. So you have to use a chopper.
Yeah, you got to use a chopper, because you can't. There's no way you can actually land on the field with something else and load it into your aircraft that I know of. So you take a chopper and you sling load it and carry it back that way. So I'm testing radio now. Anyone on aircraft radio copy me? nice little points of interest as well. You'll see on the map all the red units that we know are there. You might fly in an area where you're getting shot at where there's nothing marked on the map, and we do have facility to then mark that. We have a different reticle that comes up using your mouse. You double click your mouse wheel button and that brings up a red reticle. You place the red reticle over the unit that you can see that isn't marked on the map, and you left click and it marks it and also makes a radio announcement to it. But you have to make sure only the red reticle is showing at that time by clicking appropriately on your mouse wheel. Yeah, so over on the left there's, go back to the map, over on the left to the west there's a convoy. They will attempt to come and hit the airfield, but they don't normally get away with it because there are things here that our own defences will eventually take them out. We can have a go at them, but they are quite dangerous, so you have to be careful in that area. Further over to the right, over to the east, around about this area, if anyone's still hearing me, round about this area there's another bunch of units which we can't see at the moment because they haven't been marked. So if I was to fly in that area, I would then get shot at or happen to notice that they're there by seeing the black dots on the ground, and then I would mark them. It would give a radio announcement and it would then mark them on the map as red units. I think whilst not much is happening, I might take a quick comfort break and catch you soon. I'll put my back soon up just in case I'm away for more than a minute or two, but I don't think I will be, so stand by. Okay, I will be back soon as the as I think it says. Does it say? Hang on a minute. It's not showing it, is it? It's not showing it. Oh, okay. Right, there's back soon. I'll be back. Okay, for anyone that's listening, I'm back. Okay, radio check for anyone that might be listening on the radio. Radio check.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Okay, I'm going to speak on Discord now. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear Lexor, but I'll speak to him on Discord. You copy?
Yep, yep.
Have you still got the radio issue?
Yep, I've got a single radio.
That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, mine is working, although at the moment I haven't had a response. 'Cause I think it's no one's there to respond.
I think that's it.
Missed that. Undead what?
I think I'm dead, so.
Yeah, he's at the moment.
Sorry, loading.
Yeah, he's sitting, but he hasn't done anything yet. So he might be AFK.
Okay. Right.
There were a couple of others in here actually. People that have off my stream. AK is one. AK 47 Night. So AK is one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jimmy Chaos is another one.
Yeah, I see Jimmy join Discord.
Yeah. They went there to get the info to join the mission.
Yeah.
Can you give me a quick 1-2?
1, 2.
Okay. I was just seeing if your response came out on my stream, which it should do. It says it is coming out on desktop audio, so it should do. So when I speak to you, people can hear your response. That's the point.
Yeah. I'll give the audio a shot. I don't think anything's going to do it.
Okay.
1, 2, 4.
Hello, Under, getting you.
Thank you.
I'm not getting it.
Right, yeah. So Undead just got a 124 check, and we're communicating on aircraft radio.
I hear nothing. I don't think I hear anything. I was hearing 124 because I... Okay, do a couple of 124 check.
Okay, here's a 124 check for Undead, and again another 124 check for Undead, or anyone else that's out there.
No, I'm not hearing anything.
124 radio.
Okay, thank you, Undead. Yeah, Undead confirms again that it's fine.
Yeah. No, I've got. I'm not even receiving in behind. Something is totally broken.
It's not to do with options, sound settings in options, is it?
I don't think so.
The reason I asked is that someone here, might have been AK, I can't remember, said his mic wasn't being picked up, and I wondered if once again he hadn't got the right mic or a mic selected in options of DCS.
No, I've got the right. I've got the right one because I've accepted no, actually I did a voice check. I did a voice check. It worked. I know it's picking up. I know it's coming out on the right cable. That's coming through the same channel as Discord. So yeah, everything is configured right from an audio perspective. But the fact that I can't even open. Why is voice chat unticked? What the hell? I'm going to rejoin so.
Okay.
That was test. That's the real thing. I know, but I get faster.
I'm not sure what you're saying was ticked.
The checkbox option for voice chat is become unticked.
Ah.
Howdy.
Hey, Undead.
Still having shit.
Do one last check, one last test, because for some reason the actual entire voice chat system was disabled. It's turned off tonight. It wasn't last night, and I haven't changed anything for tonight.
Right, okay.
Yeah, none of the text is loading.
Does the radio mode window come up?
I'm just powering stuff up at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it's on now. It's bizarre. So the tick box was ticked last night, but it wasn't there. And tonight it's resynchronized itself, so it was off. So it's marked it off. Verify.
Oh, I never had. Are you on my stream yet? Or still?
Project, there we go.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
That works. I heard that.
Was that a good radio check?
That sounds really
Yeah, see that.
Yep.
Copy. Yeah, that's good.
Alright, I'm gonna defend then.
Yeah, no need to be in this loser server.
Okay, a check on 124 for anyone can hear me. Could you come back with your name, please, one at a time?
Undead 124.
Black subject.
Okay, there is also AK is in here, but I think he's still not getting it. He won't know what channel for VoIP. But I've messaged him to say what channel for VoIP, but I'm not sure if he's seen it.
Alright.
I'm sticking with the Spitfire at the moment simply because I know that I can reliably talk on the radio. I'm less reliable on the radio on the Corsair, so I'm sticking with the Spit at the moment just for that.
Right. I was reading the Discord for SimShaker. There is a beta version of SimShaker available that enables the Corsair.
I think you clipped there. It enables what?
Corsair.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, the thing is, although I'm seeing data, I'm seeing telemetry come through now, and that is something I hadn't seen before when I was off the air for a month. I'm seeing a window with telemetry coming through for the Spit, but it still isn't making the seat do anything. But I know the seat works okay because it tests okay, but it's not receiving the telemetry. So, and that's for the Spit.
Right.
So I'm thinking of going to the Corsair now, but that means my radio communications might be iffy because I'm not dead sure about getting the radio working on that. In fact, might have to call an undead for that because I know that he's working, but I'll see how it goes before I bother anyone.
124 should already be on.
I'm not sure if I spoke all over there, Lexor. Say again.
I thought the Corsair had a standard World War II radio in it, and therefore that would mean it would be pulled in.
Well, yeah, but it's a case of making sure which switches you've got thrown. It's not like with the Spitfire, I'll push button A and I'm there. Not quite the same on the Corsair. I think I also have to throw another switch, and there was at one point I was thinking that perhaps the radio only works when the engine's running, which didn't sound right. So that's what I'm saying, it's iffy. Whatever I was doing, I couldn't get it working reliably, but I'll see what happens now if I get in it now. Maybe I've got it.
Okay, it could also be an artifact of work in progress, early access.
Yeah, that as well, because actually when a Corsair is flying around, it doesn't show the gear as being up. Because last night Warhawk was said to me, gear check, and I said, well, I was just going to say the same to you, and we both had our gear up, so it's just a graphics thing, it's not showing the gear as up.
Yeah, I was seeing the same on Undead.
Yeah, and it's just going to show his gear down all the time, although it isn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's to the point where it affects flight characteristics or whether it's purely graphical. I don't know.
I did see a little picture showing what was work in progress and what the issues were, but I can't remember what was on it now.
Well, no worries. We'll get there. Right, I'm going to jump out my Spit, jump in a Corsair and see how I get on with the radio. I think I'm going to struggle with the radio again, but I do want to get it. I want to know how to make it reliably work. I've got my battery on, and I've got it set, I believe, on the correct frequency. Although there's a number of dials and things, so I can't be dead sure. But it's still not giving me a red box random meet RPTT.
Right. Okay.
I might have to call an undead eventually. I don't want to bother him. I'd like to sort it.
Say again?
I might have to call an undead to tell me how he got his radio working, because his was working.
Right.
And at what stage,
Yeah.
you know, I got battery on. I think that should be all that's necessary for the radio.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But there's another switch. Yeah, there's another switch near the frequency selector, I guess it is. Hold on. It just says C30A channel. Don't know what that means. If you have contact with Undead on radio, are you able to ask him if the radio should work with just the battery on and which switches I need to turn on?
Okay, which double transmit. Check 1, 2, 4, 100. What particular sequence of switches to get the radio working? What's that? Yes. Gotcha. He's been using auto start just for the purposes of used to flying, so he hasn't actually had to turn it on. He just gets powered on. So if you did auto start a sequence, you might be able to just watch it and see what it does.
Yeah, very often it'll be too quick for me to spot. You got to be looking in the right place, but I'll find it eventually. I have had it working, but I don't know what sequence I use to get it going, so it's a bit difficult. Okay, I think I've got it.
Right.
Okay, there's two switches. I'm going to come off the Discord.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm okay. I just want to do a quick check. Stand by. Well, I don't think I've done anything different, and now it's working. Radio check.
Let's go.
Okay, I really don't know what I've done different, because as far as I'm concerned, I've moved a couple of switches and put them back again, but I'm back to the same situation as I had earlier where it wasn't working, so I'm a bit baffled. It's working now, but it seems to be the same situation as I had earlier on when it wasn't working. And I'm hearing an engine running, but my engine isn't running. I also heard the same engine noise when I was in the spit.
There's not a ground unit nearby, is there?
Let's jump out. Hold on. No, there's no ground staff. Nothing around me. Nothing around me at all. I don't know if you got that because I was out. Did you hear me saying nothing at all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just I was out of the cockpit. I think some things have changed. If you ask for a ammo load and then you go out of the cockpit, I don't think you hear them say that your ammo's been reloaded.
Well, there might have been settings that got reset. So there's an audio setting for hear game in background or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. That's worth a check at some point then, but it's not important now.
Yeah, I think if it's there, I think you can turn it on and off whilst you're in game, whilst you're in server.
Oh, I'll have a look then. Ah, right. There we are. There's one called... Right, there's one called cockpit sounds when... Something like when you're outside of the aircraft. I can't remember what wording was. And that was unchecked. And now it's checked. So I should hear... If I ask for a load, I should hear them when I'm outside the aircraft as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I'm going to see about starting this beastie. Radio's working. I'm still not dead sure how I got it working. That's the frustrating part, because there's like three possible switches. One of them is associated with what appears to be the band that you're going to speak on. So that's the switch that goes on or off, and I've got that on. But there's two other switches near the front of the aircraft which are just marked, hold on, C38 receiver on off, and the other one is marked C38 receiver on off. So, oh, one's A and the other one's C. Oh, okay. But I flicked those, but they're now back as they were, and it's still working. Right, I'll get started, I think. Right, radio check. I suspect that was a confirm, but I didn't get voice.
Yeah, that was check.
Thank you. I've respawned because the engine stopped turning over and I couldn't get it. It might be a bug. So I'm going to go again.
Mazda, request takeoff. Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
49 Corsair, takeoff 26. Well, that was a short flight, wasn't it? I did some damage, I hit some stuff, but they hit my engine, I guess, straight away. My prop got bent, I'm not sure. I don't think I struck anything, because I wasn't low enough for that, I'm sure. But, not impossible. I'll just respawn in the same aircraft. Radio check.
Check.
Thank you. Well, I think I've got the hang of the radio. Can't open the engine cowl until the engine's running. Okay. Fuel and magnetos. Prime. Now I can open the cowl. Laxor probably.
Yep.
I'm not getting rockets loaded onto me. I don't know why. I tried this last night, and when I checked, I didn't see any rockets that had 0 or even low supplies. They all seem to be at 100.
I believe it's something that I forgot to do on the map or the mission. I think I need to add them in to the warehouse. Is this the rockets for the Corsair?
Well, yeah, yeah. That's all I've been using. I don't know about any other rockets, any other aircraft, but certainly for the Corsair, the rockets aren't loading.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I was making sure you were talking about in the context of the Corsair, not a different module.
Yeah.
The Corsair rockets are specific, so they're Corsair rockets. So I need to add them into the warehouse in the mission editor.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That explains it. I'll do a bit of mapping, so I'm coming in for a landing 08.
We're coming in behind you.
Copy. I was a bit heavy on my brakes, so I've busted my prop. I also want to do a mapping whilst I'm down, so I'm not too worried.
124 check.
Yeah, good check, got me.
Okay, right. Forgot I did a repair, so it turned my machine off, turned my plane off, so my radio was not working.
Oh, right.
What bombs can you put on? What's there?
What, but you mean what's available? I don't know. I don't do bombs. I haven't even looked.
No, I was just curious because there's only 2 ordnance being consumed this evening. The Mark 82s, which I've been dropping, and the Mark 82 Blues, which I've also been dropping. But I know, at least it was on the external model, that 1 or 2 of you flying the Corsair have had bombs attached. So, if the bombs are attacked, I was wondering what bombs they were.
I'm missing that word. That it sounded like bombs attack, but what was you saying?
Bombs attached.
Oh, bombs attached, right. Yeah, it wouldn't have been me. No, I'd only go for rockets, but I couldn't get them. Radio check.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm just looking at the chronometer, clock, whatever. It's nearly 2:30, so it's not worth getting me started again. And I was really starting to get very noddy a bit earlier on in that aircraft. So I'm going to fold now and hopefully catch next weekend.
Yeah, it should be all good.
Yeah. All right then. Okay. Well, I'm going to go. Night.
Alright, take care.
Yeah. Night. Okay, for anyone that's there, you will be aware I'm about to go, so I'm going to close my stream. Thank you for being there, and we should be flying again next Friday and next Saturday, starting late in the evening and going on till about 2:30 in the morning. So thanks for being